Hi, I'm Andi. Welcome or welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. Today I'm bringing you my April update for the Out the Door in 24 Project Pan. I took 24 of my most of my oldest products and put them in this project to finish throughout the year. It is a Fantastic Ladies collab and it was created by Deb from the channel Deb B. I will have a link to her channel in the description box below if you want to go check her out, as well as a link to the Fantastic Ladies Facebook group. All right, then. I will be showing you photos of what it looked like last month, as well as some B-roll footage so you can see the product a little closer. All right, let's get crack-lacking. The first product that I'm going to show you is very exciting because it is a rollout. And it is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. You guys, it's gone. It's absolutely gone. Gone. I used that 14 times since the last update for a total of 66 uses. It had a giant pan in it when I brought it in, and it's gone. It took me 3 months to finish it. I am super duper excited. 4 months. January, February, March, April. It took me 4 months to finish it, and I couldn't be more excited. That is not a product that I will be repurchasing. It just wasn't my favorite. I know people love it. It just didn't work for me and my skin. I made it work by using a brush, and I was able to get through it. So that's all that matters, right? But I will not be repurchasing that. Next up is the Catrice Prime and Fine. Very similar to the Putty Primer. It is a little creamier. It is a little creamier than the Putty Primer. Basically the same thing though. And I only brought that in this month, so I have only used it 7 times. But I am well on my way to finishing. Next up is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is where I am now. That is where I started in this project. That is where I am now. Super excited about that. I have used this 18 times since the last update for a total of 36 uses so far in this project. I'm thinking probably 3 more months, maybe 3 more months. I probably will repurchase this at some point. I really do love this product. I do have quite a few glowy primers though, and I would like to work my way through those before I repurchase this. I also have this in a deeper shade. This is shade 3, and I have it in shade 4 also for Andi's summer skin. Now we have the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream. I use the shade 27. I actually probably could go down to 25. This was just a tiny bit too dark for my complexion, and I made it work by mixing it with a concealer that I was trying to use up, and it worked very well. This is a great mixer. This so far has worked with anything I've mixed it with. It is a great foundation. I did get this on Amazon, and I will repurchase at some point, just not yet. Again, I have foundations that I need to work through before I think about purchasing any more foundations. It is completely gone. As you can see, it is completely gone. That is where it was when I brought it in. So it had quite a bit of use on it when I brought it in. Since the last update, I have used this 29 times for a total of 34 uses. So from here to finish was 34 uses. Super excited to have a foundation, another foundation out of my collection. So excited. Now we have the Avon Glow Pressed Powder. This is what it looks like. When I first brought it in, it did not have a pan in it. It was very close though. It was extremely close to hitting pan, but I could see the rings. But I did not have a pan when I brought it in. This is no longer available. I got this years ago. This was my oldest powder, by far oldest powder. And I will be really happy when it goes away. I do like it. It's old. It needs to go. I used this 20 times since the last update for a total of 58 uses. So I'm thinking probably, I'd say a couple of more months before I completely use it up. It's very thin in there though. It's very, very thin. Next up is the Beauty Crop Vitamin Bake Bronzer. You guys, it's still hanging on. It is still hanging on. There's just the littlest bit. You can see in the B-roll footage that it is super thin and there is not much left at all. I used this 21 times since the last update for a total of 68 uses. So when I brought this in, there was a big pan in the middle of it. And there was a lighter bronzer, a darker bronzer, and then a shimmer at the bottom. I cut the shimmer part out. I put it in an eyeshadow to make a different eyeshadow, and then I repressed them together. So that's what was left, and I have worked through it. I will be so excited when this is gone and I will have a bronzer out. So excited. Super excited. I only have one use on this next product and I don't have anything to compare it to because it doesn't look any different. I've only used it 4 times since the beginning of the project and I use it with a very light hand. This is my Franken bronzer. This was some eyeshadows that I put together. Now, I think what I might do, because it's very thin in the pan, what I might do is repress this, mix it with either a very light eyeshadow, like an off-white or a white eyeshadow to lighten this up a little bit. When I depotted my Colourpop shadows, I probably have like 4 or 5 different cream color shades. So I was thinking about mixing one in with this, repressing it, and it would be a little more user-friendly for me. I really love this bronzer, but it is very dark and it tends to be a little red. Like it comes off a little red leaning and I don't really care for that. And I don't remember it doing that when I first repressed it, but I don't know, maybe it did. Another very exciting product. This is the Revolution Cream Bronzer, except for it isn't. It isn't at all because I finished the Revolution Cream Bronzer. I will put in a picture of the empty pan. And then I took the tan lines, the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and dug it out and melted it down into that. I said I was going to do it. I did it. I was so proud of myself that plastic packaging, I made it through the whole thing without it breaking. So excited. As soon as I put the new bronzer in it, it broke. So, oh well. I used this bronzer 7 times since the last update, and that finished it. It had a complete total of 52 uses. So from the time I brought it in to the time I finished it, 52 uses. Very excited about that. Very excited. So the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, which is the next item, it is in the shade Tan Lines. As I said, this is what it was in. And I love that I did this. It is so much more user-friendly to have a big pan, like a big pan to dip your brush in. But this is what it's looking like now. And it has a pan in it already. So I just dug it out. I put it in here with a spatula. I used my hairdryer on high heat, low air, and just melted it down. And then I put it right by my window because it was still super cold outside, and it firmed up and it's lovely. And I'm so happy I did this. I really wish I had other packaging like this that was empty so I could do my other putty bronzers and my putty blushes, because having it in this, amazing, amazing. The e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, I have used 12 times. Used it 12 times since I brought it in April. Now, the next product is a little bit disappointing. It is my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Tan Latte. I do use this did use this as a cream bronzer. It was supposed to be tan walnut. When I ordered it, that's what I used as a cream contour. They sent the wrong item, and I was like, I'll just keep it and use it as a cream bronzer. And I did that for a while. But when I went to use it the other day, it smells. It smells off. Like really bad. So I am not going to put that on my face. I am going to roll this out of the project, but I am rolling something in its place. And I purposefully did not put any blushes or highlighters in this project because I'm doing a blush and highlighter challenge. And I might regret this. I am going to bring in this. It's Soos Color Crush. It was a cream blush, but there's just the tiniest little bit. You can see it's a very small packaging. And I did dig it out of here because this is small enough. This was super tiny to get your brush in. So I did dig it out. I put it in this J-Cat Eye Assurance Anti-Fatigue Balm. So I put it in here. It's a really great spring shade. So I'm going to use this instead of this. I'm going to put that in here because I really would like to get this out this year. It's older. It's much older than any other cream blushes that I have. So I might as well just use it up, get it out. I haven't used that yet this month as far as this project goes. So we will be starting fresh with new usages for that product. Next up is the Essence Sunclub Bronzing Powder in the shade Chocolate Sundae. And again, broken packaging. But I am really, really chugging away at this. I have now hit side pan. I have taken all of this area here away. You will be able to see that a little closer in the B-roll footage. I have used it 17 times since the last update for a total of 53 uses in this project. It did have quite a large pan when I brought it in, but there is so much product in this container. Completely worth the money. I really, really love this. It's very inexpensive. I don't think they have the shade anymore, but they do still have the matte bronzing powder. And I just love this as a powder contour because it is a very cool shade. And I love it. Love it. Next up, we have the NYX Liquid Suede Liquid Lipstick in the shade Soft Spoken. This is my oldest lip product that I have. I had 2 of these that I was working through in this project. The other one was almost done. I had taken the stopper out of it. So that was kind of like a gimme. But I love this. I love this so much. It's no longer available. It's been discontinued a while back. I used it 3 times since the last update, but I have a total of 22 uses since it's been in the project. I took the stopper out of this a couple months ago. It's been out for a while. When I would take the doe foot out, there was no product on there at all. I took the stopper out. There is so much product left in here. It's probably going to be another couple months. Well, it depends on how much I use it, but it's probably going to be another couple months. And also next in this project is the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Sandstorm. Another fave. Love it. Very pretty, cool brown. Same with this. Took the stopper out, and then there's a ton of product still in there. I was getting nothing on the doe foot. Absolutely nothing. And since I took the stopper out, ton of product in there. Ton of product. It is opaque packaging, so you can't see through it. I can't mark it. I'll know it when I can't get any more product on the wand. The Sandstorm I have used 6 times since the last update for a total of 22 uses. Also, both of my NYX Liquid Suedes have a total of 22 uses. I didn't realize that until I added them up. I think that's funny. Next up is the Colourpop Lippy Stick in the shade Heavy Petal. This was part of the Orchid You Not collection. That is what it looks like. I did heat it up a little bit. It was broken. And I heated it up a little bit, stuck it together, and I feel like it's done a really good job. I mean, I wouldn't actually apply it all the way out like this because it would break, but it's a little wonky, but it works just fine. I have been using this as a cream blush instead of a lip product. It is a little deep to wear this time of year, but it is a very pretty shade. I have used it 5 times since the last update for a total of 9 uses. However, I don't have a new mark yet, so evidently I'm not using a whole lot of it in my 5 uses, but I don't have a new mark yet. Next up is also a Colourpop Lippy stick. It is in the shade Best Intentions, and there is less of this than there is of the Heavy Petal. I also use this as a cream blush. It is a beautiful cream blush, especially with warm tones. If I wear warm tones like warm browns, it is such a beautiful cream blush, and oftentimes I will underpaint with it. This is what it looks like right there. I have used this only 3 times since the last update for a total of 14 uses. I, again, cannot make a new mark yet. There's not enough of a difference to make a new mark. So we'll have to wait till next month for that. Next is the Essence What the Fake Plumping Lip Gloss. And again, stopper is out. There is the littlest bit, you guys, this little bit down here. And every month I say, this is going to be the month that I finish it, and yet I don't. I do really enjoy it, though. It does plump. I think it does a very good job of plumping. It does burn a little bit. Matter of fact, they don't even sell this anymore. That's how old it is. But I do enjoy it, and it's still good. It's not gone off. But I have only used that 1 time since the last update, and I've only used it 6 times in this project. And then finally, we have the Ace Beauté Eyeshadow Primer. You guys, this is where I am. This is where I was when I started in the project. This is where I am now. There is air bubble in here, and I can't get it out. But I know there's an air bubble. I know there is. I know there is. There's got to be way less product in here than what it appears to be. I have used this 13 times since the last update for a total of 48 uses. 48 uses. From here to here has been 48 uses. You want to see how much I use? That's how much I use. Can you see it? That littlest little pea amount, not even that, like the head of a pen, the head of a straight pen is how much I use. And it covers both eyes. Like, it is no joke. And I do enjoy it. It's not my favorite anymore. I used to be. But I do enjoy it. I do like it. I do want to finish it. So you guys, that's it. That is my update for my Out the Door in 24 project. Let me know down below if you're doing anything like this, if you're doing a 24 and 24, if you're picking certain items to use its entirety throughout the year. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate being here. And until next time, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.